What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Fake Dak Prescott contract negotiation, clickbait articles down. Real Cowboys fans stand up. Yo, I want to appreciate everyone for tuning into the Cowboys fans only channel. So go ahead, comment, like, subscribe somewhere down there, somewhere down there, somewhere down there. And be sure to turn on that notification bell to stay updated and be a part of the notification gang so you never miss another video again. So, I know what area of focus everyone's been talking about when it comes to this offseason is defense, defense, defense. And there's a certain position that's been critical that the Cowboys really need to address. Now, I've been speaking vocally about addressing the front seven, the defensive interior position, which is that one tech position, especially when I talked about adding Tyler Shelvin, which is one of the older videos, so definitely go back and check that out. It's another pet cat. But also, I feel like when it comes to the linebacker depth, it's an area that the Dallas Cowboys really need to focus on this offseason, right? Even going into 2020 season, right? You know, we had Jalen Smith, and there was talks about Jalen Smith was going to take a leap forward, and he looked great in camp. Yeah, you lied. You lied. A lie detector determined that was a lie, man. And then also we had Leighton Vander Esch. We were high and hopeful about his return. And even I'll say this about Leighton Vander Esch. Even when he came back semi-healthy, because he's been banged up throughout his career, he still didn't look that great, man. Leighton Vander Esch is starting to take a backslide as well. We all know where Sean Lee stands when it comes to his age and his health. Sean Lee, bro, I know it's 4 a.m. here my time, but bro, can you go ahead and drop that retirement announcement, or are you going to try to run it back? Are you going to try to run it back? Or are you going to pull a Jason Witten and maybe get into coaching, man? Holler at your boy Witt. He probably got you, man. But I feel like once we get outside the core three of Jalen Smith, Vander Esch, and Sean Lee, man, the depth really takes a downfall, right? You know, we do have Gifford and Joe Thomas and some of these other guys, man, Francis Bernard, but they wasn't able to really see the field where they were able to add impact. So for me, when it comes to this draft, I'm looking to add a linebacker that can give us depth and solidify that linebacker position that someone can trust and can be accountable back there. Now, I know there's been a lot of talks when it comes to either a Micah Parsons, a Nick Bolton, Zaven Collins, even my guy, Nick's guy, the Joker from Notre Dame. I know a lot of these names have been mentioned, but to be honest with you, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to take a linebacker at that number 10 position. Now, if we move back, right, then I think that's where it really comes into the conversation. So, but I just don't think that's happening at this point. But we'll have to see. We got a long way till we get the draft season, man. We're like 2 months away, man. So a lot can change until then. But I don't feel like the Dallas Cowboys will take a linebacker at the 10 slot. I just don't see it. So the guy that I've been watching, man, and it's one of these guys, man. When I first started doing my draft scouting, when the season was finally over, so I was up late night on Saturday, man, because I don't sleep much, man. I stay up, I stay late, I stay grinding, right? And I was watching Gwitty out of Michigan, kind of just doing my research, and it's a guy on the film study who jumped off, and I was like, damn, who's that? Who's that? You ever been in the club, man? You know, long time ago if you're like me, long time ago, man. But you're sitting back in the club, man, vibing, feeling the music, sitting back, sitting your drink, and you sit back and you see something kind of walk around the table, and you're like, damn, who's that? Whisper to your boys, all right, man, I'm about to go holler, man. And that's how I felt when I came across the middle linebacker from Michigan, Cameron McGrone, man. He just jumped off the screen, man. Now, I'll say this. When it comes to the club, he can't even drink, man. He's still young. He's just a baby, man. He's only 20 years old, man. So if he goes to the club, he's probably going to have X's and wristbands on his hand because he cannot drink. He's not even 21 yet. But this kid is a pure middle linebacker, man, who has tenacity. He's physical, relentless, and he's smart, man. He has the intangibles, and the one thing that I like about this kid, man, he has great field awareness when it comes to knowing where he's out in the field and using the proper pursuit angles, right? The pursuit angles is critical, especially when it comes to playing the linebacker position. If you're taking bad angles, bad reads, bad miscues, man, it can be deadly. All Dallas Cowboys fans, we know that, and Xavier Woods, you should know that too, man. So I feel like this kid, though he's still green, man, he still has a lot of upside. A lot of comparisons that he's getting is to Devin Bush. And Michigan is starting to solidify themselves as kind of like the new linebacker man, because they had a lot of great talent come out of that university. So I will say this though, the one knock that I see on Cameron McGrone, and I think that's what's sliding him to possibly day 2 and maybe that 3rd round pick, is because he hasn't played too many games, right? He played in 2019 as a redshirt freshman due to another linebacker that was in front of him. Ross got injured, and so he was able to come in, but he took advantage of it and he never gave back his spot. So Jim Harbaugh said he challenged him to be more physical, to be more aware, and he stepped up and definitely answered the call, man. So that's what I like to hear, man. I like to see when your coach calls you out and challenges you, can you step up? So he only played about 19 games. The 2019 season, he played about, a few games, man. He was outstanding, with the opportunities that he got. 2020, we all know how Big Ten was with the COVID situation. Wasn't too many games. Now, he did have some injuries here and there. Nothing to be too alarmed about. I mean, I think it's like concussion protocols. Also a leg injury. No torn ACLs or anything like that. He had a nick on his arm. I think he may have broken something in his arm. So he played a game with a full cast on. But he still continued to play. He played with a full arm cast on, man. He was out there still making havoc, which we'll break down that film as well, man. But Cameron McGrone is one of my favorite players when it comes to the draft. Even if the Dallas Cowboys do not draft this kid, I'm excited because I think what he can really add is more intangibles and security when it comes to that middle linebacker position, because we all know I don't think Jalen Smith will be a middle linebacker in Dan Quinn's scheme moving forward. That will be Leighton Vander Esch. If Leighton Vander Esch goes down, what is our insurance policy? I want a guy that we can kind of get there, groom him, to get accustomed to the system, maybe put him in a Sean Lee position because, like I said, I fell in love with this kid, y'all. Like, I did my research, I watched interviews, I even checked his background. He grew up in Indianapolis, 4-star recruit, man. I did my research on his parents. His mother's like a forensic scientist, man. So he has a real great foundation because I want to see, will you be blinded by the lights? Will you be blinded by the lights of the Dallas Cowboys playing in Dallas? And I don't think this kid will be that. I think that when it comes to being a pro, he'll be a professional. And I think if he gets around the right people, the upside is tremendous, man. So let's get into this film study, of my guy Cameron McGrone, my pet cat, man. As you see, clearly he's coming off the edge there. Great shoulder dip on that tackle, man, using his leverage, man. And he's not afraid to mix it up with these big guys, man. Like I said, he plays a relentless type of football, man. He really does. He really does. You see him able to dip his shoulder on that tackle there. Yeah. Boom. Big 77. So there's another showcase of his angles, man. He took the proper inside angle there. Now, he could have went outside that tight end there, right, and got washed like a big goofball. But nah, he cut inside, right? Inside, and he was able to get around the play. And that's the thing about Cameron McGrone. If he's not making the play, he is around the play, right? Now, this play, like I said, he tends to get mixed up, a little bit with these guards. In this play, he was clearly outmatched. That guard got up to that second level and washed him out. It happens at the middle linebacker position, but he's not afraid to bang in the trenches. But sometimes you got to pick your matchup, especially when it comes to some of those Big Ten boys, man. We got a few on our team, so you definitely don't want to get too tangled up with those. So this is a play where he gets washed out. But watches how he bounces back on this next play. Boom. Inside the running back on the sweep. He's around the play, right? Right. He didn't go outside. He went inside, and he's slithery. He's very slithery, slippery, especially at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, making blocks be missed. Boom. Makes a play. Another play here. Now, he took another inside angle. He was a little late getting there. But as you see, the hustle and the flow is there when it comes to this kid, man. Hustle and flow. When you play linebacker, that's what it's all about, man. Are you going to put the hustle, and are you going to flow to the ball to make things happen? And I feel like this kid definitely has that when it comes to his tangibles. Great play here. Breakdown, makes the tackle. This is the game where he's playing with the cast on, so he's really playing one-handed right here. Let's check out another play. Great tackle there. Here, blitz like a cannon, man. That's the one thing. Like they run a lot of creative blitz schemes when it comes to Michigan, and that's, as you see right there, just being relentless, diving in the gap. Now, he didn't make the play, but you see his effort is there to get there, right? Which is important. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to mix it up. Boom. On this play here, he bit the cheese a little bit. But he caught himself and got back and still made the play. Right, which is key, man. Instincts. Another play where he's mixed up in the trenches with those big boys. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to bang. There. Boom. Yeah, mixed up in the trenches. So that's my guy, y'all. That's my pet cat, Cameron McGrone middle linebacker out of the University of Michigan. This is a kid that I like, and I think he's going to be solid. He'll probably be a day 2 pick. I'm thinking that we can use him with that comp pick in the 3rd. Great value at that aspect, man. If we're able to use one of our comp picks, get a kid like this, groom him under the Dan Quinn scheme, get him accommodated, and he can actually add impact. I think maybe he'll start off maybe being a special teams guy, but he'll eventually work his way up. I feel like he has the intangibles to actually do that, man. So once again, man, let me know who are some of y'all pet cats y'all got, man. I gave y'all the Tyson Campbell out of Georgia, the Tyler Shelvin out of LSU, but this is one of my favorite. Like, even if the Dallas Cowboys did not draft this kid, I'm going to be watching Cameron Mcgrone because I think he's going to have a great NFL career, man. I like this kid. I like everything he represents. I like his passion, his fire, and his tenacity, man. It's your boy, J Tuck. Make sure y'all can turn on that notification bell, comment, like, subscribe, and I'm out. It's 4 a.m. in the morning, man. I'm probably about to go to bed here, man. Peace.